The task ahead of Genesis is, to put it lightly, gargantuan. As well as attempting to establish itself as a fledgling luxury brand from an almost unknown basis, the G70 enters into one of the most fiercely contested global segments. The good news though, certainly for Hyundai, but also potentially for brave buyers willing to take a punt, is that the Genesis G70 appears to be a decent vehicle, based on first impressions. Under the unique sheet metal, the G70 has been developed alongside the all-new Kia Stinger that's ready to roll out of Australian showrooms this month. The two have been devised with different targets though, with the Stinger positioned as a mainstream sports sedan while the G70 is more luxury-focused. Despite styling and tuning differences, the two share key chassis components, and crucially utilize the same turbocharged 4-cylinder and V6 engines, and in-house developed 8-speed automatic transmissions. The cabin of the Genesis G70 delivers premium refinement first up, with excellent noise insulation setting the right tone as a prestige player. The sophisticated cabin design incorporates high-quality materials with an extensive use of genuine leather and real metal components designed to help distance Genesis from Hyundai's mainstream models. While the G70 doesn't quite sit in the same space as the excellent Audi A4 or Mercedes-Benz C-Class, it does present with a richer feel than either the Lexus's or Infiniti Q50. Using Korean specifications as a basis, the seats are comfortable, and front and rear headroom are decent. In the rear there's decent kneeroom, but the rear bench, like its competitive set, is really best with 2 passengers, but will accept 3 at a pinch. Under the bonnet, Australian buyers will have access to either a 2.0-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine producing 190 kilowatts and 353 Nm or 3.3-litre twin-turbo V6 with a more authoritative 272 kilowatts and 510 Nm. TMR's first drive experience occurred in a Korean specification V6 with all-wheel drive, a configuration that won't come to Australia, with rear-wheel drive being the only layout offered locally. There's also going to be changes made to the G70's steering and suspension tune for Australia, with the Genesis sedan to be put through the same kind of local adaptation program as the rest of Hyundai's range. While the final setting may differ, this early test revealed the fundamentals of the G70 are solid. In V6 guise, the G70 puts forward a strong set of numbers to challenge something like a 240 kilowatts/450 Nm BMW 340i. However, official fuel consumption figures trail the Euro opposition, with the G70's official 11.1 liters/100 km fuel use a long way off BMW's claimed 6.8 liters/100 km, though neither figure is representative of real-world consumption. Genesis has also elected to use a digitized engine simulation pumped through the speakers, rather than relying on the engine and exhaust's natural sound signatures. Depending on your view, that can be good or bad, allowing the volume to be adjusted via the Comfort, Eco, Sport, Smart and Custom drive modes, without disrupting the peace outside the vehicle. The G70 also adopts a more comfort-biased handling tuned, compared to the dynamic prowess of Jaguar or BMW. A brief blast around the undulating Inch-Speedium circuit highlighted the shortcomings of the G70's native Korean spec suspension, but local changes may see that issue tuned out. In its current form, the G70 exhibited dull steering and plentiful body roll, but the progressive handling and impressive bump absorption at least provide a good basis for the local suspension team to start from. American buyers will be offered a dynamic model, again different to that coming to Australia, but with firmer suspension, rear-wheel drive and the same Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires that Aussie models will roll on. We were given a very brief turn behind the wheel of this variation, which feels different to the Korean model and indicates what's possible for the Australian model thanks to flatter cornering and more direct steering. Australia will have to wait until closer to the local launch of the G70 to find out the exact lineup and specifications, but Hyundai Australia has confirmed that both 4-cylinder and V6 models will be offered locally. Unofficially, it seems like that the range will also incorporate a 3-tier selection with an entry-level specification, one with a sporting flavor, and a premium luxury range topper. As Lexus and Infiniti have proven in the past, launching a new luxury brand is no easy feat. While both can claim success in the North American market, elsewhere in the world it's taken time for both brands to sway buyers away from the pedigree of Germany's best. Genesis is sure to face the same battle. Entering an established market and trying to build brand recognition and awareness is going to take time. Right now though, Genesis is starting off on the right foot with a competitive product, which may not frighten off the dominant Mercedes-Benz C-Class just yet, but could give those Japanese competitors something to worry about. Though it's too early to be certain, the impressive job that Hyundai has done crafting its first bespoke luxury car, getting the balance of power, comfort, and luxury right. Although brand cash isn't something Genesis can launch with, Audi, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz will no doubt be keeping a careful eye on the trajectory of this new prestige upstart.
Cảm ơn bạn đã xem video trên kênh Phi Hoang Channel. Hãy nhấn like để ủng hộ kênh, hãy chia sẻ video nếu nó giúp ích cho người khác. Và để đưa ra quan điểm cá nhân của bạn, mời bạn hãy bình luận, nhận xét ngay phía dưới video. Đừng quên đăng ký kênh để nhận những video mới nhất mỗi ngày. Xin cảm ơn bạn.